There's been so much praise and just honestly simping when it comes to Elon Musk. And if you don't know what simping is, look that term up because it's pretty accurate for this case. But there's one guy in cryptocurrency that people absolutely adore, or if you're a crypto miner, you might hate him. And that's Vitalik Buterin, who has a couple interesting recent statements. And keep in mind, he is a cryptocurrency billionaire. Yeah. And when I say billionaire, I mean like a lot of billions. Alright, big money. Because he is crowned as the creator and face of the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap ever, and the most used cryptocurrency by market cap ever. But something very interesting he just said is simply that he believes we are in a crypto bubble, which is something to take, kind of serious, right? My name is Vosk. On the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I've been doing this full time for over 4 years. I love crypto. I think it's crazy. And Ethereum mining is what got me to go full speed into cryptocurrency. And with that, I naturally follow Ethereum, and I still mine it today, even though they're actively working to move away from proof of work or simply mining. But today I want to analyze what Vitalik Buterin said a little bit, and then also show you some of his recent actions and what that kind of may mean for the crypto space in general direction of mindset, and also just simply Ethereum, which is maybe the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap, but it influences the most projects by far. But first, 10 seconds of tails, our resident Shiba Inu and dogecoin, and even though Elon cannot stop pumping dogecoin because he's, I guess, determined to bring it to $1, I still have the best Shiba Inu and doge. Take that, Elon. How's that feel, Elon? I've been offered multiple bitcoins to sell tails. Kind of crazy. Obviously, I would never sell her for any sum of money, but it's kind of a funny value proposition, or just proposition, I should say. Here's a quick message from our month's video sponsor, Compass, who are aiming to become the best marketplace for the purchase of Bitcoin mining ASICs, and the best place to find cheap power prices at verified mining co-location facilities around the world. Mine with Compass with our link in the video description below. Crypto market's been a little bloody, but that's all right because I bought the dip. And everybody says that, right? But I firmly believe that we are still on a good trajectory for cryptocurrency. We're still on a bull run. But to echo what Vitalik said, he thinks that we are in a crypto bubble, and so do I. How many people are talking about dogecoin and everything in between, right? And that's largely led by people like Elon. And it's just very interesting. Almost every day dogecoin is trending on Twitter. Elon Musk cannot go a single day without talking about it. Just yesterday, how much is that doge in the window? Zooming in a little bit closer, it's that dollar bill, yo. But it's got a doge on it. And obviously I think this stuff is funny. I think it's entertaining, and I've just been absolutely humbled by the amount of support and thus associated network or market cap, net worth, that a cryptocurrency project, meme coin, can gain, abandoned by its original developer. The actual developers that maintain it don't. There's nothing going on here. And then you click over. Just look at these tweets. And then you look at Vitalik Buterin, the creator and face of Ethereum. This dude is big brain. And, a lot of people will agree with him and disagree with him on certain things. But the fact of the matter is, he is incredibly smart. Absolutely incredibly smart. And then there's Elon, who I thought I used to like. And just his recent behavior is just atrocious. That doesn't excuse market manipulation, Elon. And if I said the things that Elon says on Twitter, I would be banned off of YouTube so quickly, no matter, just period. And maybe that's a hot take. Maybe people are gonna flame me. I don't care. And it's honestly, it's frustrating and irritating. I mean, just imagine working on something full time for years, and then some dude shows up with a bunch of followers on Twitter that made an electric car that just obliterates, fossil fuels, and launches rockets and everything in between, and everybody cheers for that. And then he's like, Tesla has suspended vehicle purchases using Bitcoin. Crypto is a good idea on many levels, but it cannot come at a great cost to the environment. Well then, bro, stop making rockets, okay? Because no one's ever like, oh man, we need to get some more rockets in the ozone. Need to get some more rockets launching. Got all this rocket fuel found over here, right next to all the other renewable resources. And here's my big thing. I'm pretty frustrated about this, is that Dogecoin is ASIC mined, application specific integrated circuit miners. I mean, I even have recent videos talking about Dogecoin mining and the hardware that's associated with it, and how it's just concentrated in Chinese mining farms, and this hardware is developed by Chinese mining manufacturing companies. Okay, it's the exact same as Bitcoin. It's just a smaller network. The impact, the hardware, everything is like literally the same. It's just a different mining algorithm, but it's the same kind of devices using electricity, period. And I just don't understand how that is. How can he support Dogecoin and not support Bitcoin? And I'm not a Dogecoin hater, and I'm not a Bitcoin fanboy. I think there's a little bit of merit in both. And I just love cryptocurrency. I'm a crypto enthusiast, period. And I love mining because it's a beautiful form of passive income and decentralizing a blockchain network. I mean, how do you incentivize people around the world to use and support your stuff? Maybe decentralize it with mining. I'd like to take a moment to thank today's video sponsor, Curate.Style, which enables you to buy, sell, and earn through their gasless NFT marketplace app. And just to really emphasize how important that is, it costs hundreds of dollars to transact on the Ethereum blockchain right now because it's so congested. So having a gasless marketplace is quite literally game changing. They've also launched their own token, XCUR, or XCUR, and that token only has a market cap a little bit over $10 million right now. And if their marketplace succeeds, it will be incredibly valuable, just like the tokens associated with other NFT marketplaces. It's not only a marketplace for buying, selling, and trading NFTs, you can also mint them right from the app. Their native token enables you to pay for NFTs with it, sort of being like the fuel for their platform. In addition to that, there's opportunities to achieve additional XCUR rewards for buyers and sellers. The Curate token is not only on Ethereum, but it's also a BEP20, which means they've launched a version on the Binance Smart Chain. One of the coolest things about tokens like this is they're easily tradable on decentralized exchanges, but being listed on big centralized exchanges has a lot of benefit in this market as well. So they have a couple more big exchange listings coming up, including Bitcoin.com, KuCoin, and Gate.io. As a US citizen, I really enjoy KuCoin because it allows us access to a lot of different cryptocurrencies that we can't always get to. Obviously, their integral focus here is an NFT marketplace, but they're also creating a launchpad for NFTs and dropping first edition NFTs of their own, including they're an incorporated business, they're SEC compliant, they've had a security audit, they have voting, aka governance token aspect being added to their token coming soon, as well as integrating DeFi mechanics like liquidity provider staking and single asset token staking, and a borrow and lending platform. Those two last ones are coming soon. Learn more about Curate.Style with the link in the video description below. Ironically, Vitalik is leading the charge to get rid of mining, moving to Ethereum 2.0, a proof of stake network, which is a different blockchain consensus mechanism. Basically, you replace crypto mining rigs with simply servers that run a full node and validate transactions, and it's a different way to run a blockchain. There's pros and cons associated, absolutely. So to be honest, it seems like every time I turn around, crypto mining takes another punch to the face People are even talking about moving Bitcoin to a different mining algorithm because of concerns like this. And then literally directly citing the recent thing with Tesla. This is some advanced just manipulation if I've ever seen it. But, you know, I'll leave that topic at that. Another interesting thing regarding, you know, Elon and Vitalik over here is the simple fact that the Dogecoin spinoff SHIB, Shiba Inu, a meme token, sent 50% of their coins to Vitalik's like public Ethereum address, and he got rid of them. And he is under no obligation to support these people. And you're like, okay, well, you know, he dumps these tokens, he dumps on the people that bought into it, and that's not fair. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you buy into a meme coin like this with no merit. I actually thought it was incredibly beautiful and funny what he did. And I had even bought some Shiba Inu SHIB tokens, not because I have a Shiba Inu, but because I saw that the plebs will just rally behind coins like Dogecoin in this bull market. And I'm like, okay, you know, whatever, that's funny, we'll go ahead and we'll move forward. Fun fact, and I do think this one was always cool, that Vitalik Buterin was just 19 years old when he wrote the Ethereum white paper. 19 years old. Wow, really just, I was trying to start a detailing business when I was 19 years old. So we were both working on different projects, but his was quite a few magnitudes higher than anything I could have imagined at that time. So absolutely props and hats off to him. But basically, Vitalik sold a Shiba Inu, SHIB tokens, and then a Kita coin and a couple other things. He traded numerous coins into Ethereum and then just simply sent the tokens. This was largely based around charities for COVID relief, specifically in India, which is being hit very hard by this right now. But you know, I don't bring this up as like super recent news. We've actually already talked about it, and you may already be familiar with it. But it opens up a very unique, you know, situation here of like, what was his responsibility? And in my opinion, his responsibility is nothing. He owes no one anything, and that's how I think in this world. Like, you don't owe anyone anything. Obviously, you should be a good person, a good actor, and you shouldn't just kind of set out like to negatively impact people. But if someone sends a ton of coins to anyone's address, quite literally clout chasing, trying to establish validity, like, oh look, Vitalik holds, you know, a bunch of our coins, he's a big supporter, or, you know, just anything, right? And that's not true. You're being forced in a position, essentially, you know, you're being like almost like bullied or like manipulated, or just, you know, what's the right term for this? Just, it's just not fair. You're unassociated, and then you're being associated like without your consent, right? These tokens are sent to you without your consent. Well, then you have no obligation, and you say, oh, well, if you dump those tokens, you're dumping on all the holders, and that's not fair. Well, you should take that up with whoever sent those tokens, because whoever initiated that initial transfer is responsible for what happens to those coins. Those coins should have never been used. They should have been burned, which is what actually ended up happening to a lot of those coins. But again, it's reckless project management, and I don't know how people can get excited and support a project like that. Thanks to 1inch for sponsoring some of our videos this month. They have launched not only originally on the Ethereum blockchain, but then they quickly added Binance Smart Chain support because of the incredibly cheaper fees. But they are one to quickly analyze and adapt to changing trends. They have also added Polygon support. So they are definitely seeking to remain as the top dog, as the go-to decentralized finance aggregator, a DEX aggregator. Basically, you go to 1inch and you put in the tokens you want to trade, and they crawl a bunch of different exchanges, try to find you the best deal. Learn more with the link in the video description below. Dogecoin, born out of memes and a subreddit, was never really interesting for anything more than funny memes and tipping people and the low transaction fees. You compare that with Ethereum, which has really been a smart contract platform from its inception, which is an incredible value proposition, has recently been plagued by high transaction fees, even though they're at a recent low, especially with the dip in the Ethereum price. The most notable DEX, or decentralized exchange, and again, you know, it's at a recent low, but one trade, say I want to put one Ethereum into one uni, which would get you this exchange right now, would cost you still, this would still cost you about $24, $25. That's an incredibly high fee, right? That rivals like a wire transfer from a traditional bank. Crypto is supposed to be cheaper. You have some interesting alternatives spring up on the Ethereum blockchain. I really like 1inch just as a basic, effective, simple DEX aggregator or decentralized exchange aggregator. And what it does is, so let's say I want to turn one Ethereum into DAI, and then it looks at all of the exchanges that have that pairing, and it's like, okay, if I use Oasis, I'll get obliterated. Where if I use SushiSwap, I'll get the best rate. And if I use Balancer down here, then I'll lose, it's 1.23% less than SushiSwap. And that's a really useful tool to just crawl all these different decentralized exchanges, because nobody wants to go input the same trade and evaluate what you should hopefully get on like 10 different exchanges. Along with the fact that the market moves so fast, you know, it's crazy. And they've been pivoting and developing, which is very critical and shows their forward thinking, right? You can click over and use 1inch on Binance, and they've even just integrated Polygon, which is now the Matic, or which was previously the Matic network. You compare that to Ethereum or Uniswap, they don't have any multi-chain stuff. And that's because these guys are such big ETH heads that they won't support other blockchain networks. So other people are just going to fork their project and make quite literally billions of dollars. Want an example? PancakeSwap, right? Just like that. $1 billion idea. Just take someone else's idea and put it on a different blockchain. But my point here is just that there's so much heavy tech developed on Ethereum, and there's nothing developed on Dogecoin, and they're not the same thing. And this wasn't even supposed to be a comparison video, but I don't even know where I'm ending up here anymore. So with that in mind, I'm just gonna say thanks. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed my random take in today's video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and I'll see you on the moon. Later, guys.